What's up, Stat Family? Told you we was coming back with another. We got NBA legends on the day Larry Bird got his revenge. Larry Bird's greatest performance. This is a live reaction. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that sub button, and comment below. Let's get it.
Welcome to the story on the day that Ralph Samson got under Larry Bird's skin during the NBA Finals.
Y'all know this live and legendary.
Larry Bird has even called this game his best ever. So, I gathered interviews, footage, highlights and clips to bring you this tale. I hope you enjoy the video, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new here and want more content just like this. You can find all the clips, interviews and footage on the screen and in the description box down below. So without further ado, let's dive into
I needed that water. That was good right there.
I was in Boston when you're facing the Celtics with the whole Jerry Seasting thing with the fight, and I mean that crowd was the Garden was pretty tough on you, Ralph.
While Ralph Samson played like a man possessed. By the second quarter, Samson's wrath was fully unleashed. He was ejected for battling Jerry Seasting, a Boston reserve standing 15 inches short.
The hallways that don't come to Boston, we're going to kill you, we're going to do this, whatever.
You got death threats?
You got a few threats, but we played anyway, so it was all right.
Bird all but threatened Samson, telling him to expect some hard fouls at the Boston Garden. Bird said, "Samson and the rest of the Rockets better put on their hard hats because our fans can get nasty too." There will be a lot of contact in Boston.
Today in Boston, a city hoping to crown another champion, where basketball is regarded as art, and where art sometimes imitates life.
In '86 at Game 6, we get in the game, and you know how the Garden was, it just hyped up and you're ready to play. Right, we trying to get there before the game, before Larry gets the game, because he will always try to be the first one on the court. And
some of the guys were still shooting before they came in.
And we would try to beat Larry to the gym. We try to beat him on court just to frustrate him. So we did a little bit of that. We go to Boston, you go up to the service elevator that had rats and roaches and all that kind of stuff. You go up and you go in the locker room, it's hot. They did all the tricks. But Larry would always come to the game, a couple hours early to get his shots up. So we try to beat him right in. Because he was in the gym a couple hours before the game started. And working on his game, working his shots, getting his mindset right.
Getting him up early
an
now.
hour before the game.
That's why I was so clear when he came in the game.
And the crowd is already in.
Visiting Rockets return to the most uncomfortable guest house in sports. The gallows awaited Ralph Samson, the villain of Game 5's failure.
Just being in the arena for that game and how much the fans wanted Samson's blood. That was another one where we wanted blood. I think everybody was there like 45 minutes before that game. People were just ready.
And the crowd is absolutely going berserk.
And when Samson walked out, he walked by us. You could just see he was done. Yeah. He was petrified.
I mean that crowd was the Garden was pretty tough on you, Ralph.
There was a mannequin human figure, right, with socks and jerseys and 50, and it had an afro wig on it, whatever, and then it had number 50 on it, had Samson back, and they had a noose hanging up over the rail of the Boston Garden. Like they were gonna hang me when I got there.
So all eyes were on Ralph Samson as he came into the arena today with the rest of the Rockets to a chorus of boos. Pat O'Brien asked him if he pays attention to what the press says about him.
Showtime.
I guess I haven't really read it and haven't seen it. I've seen it coming into the gym today.
Whether or not you've read it or not, you know what's going to happen. You are going to be the focus of the game. Will that affect you today, Ralph?
Larry is funny. He said he was watching the news the night before and saw a news clip, the Rockets arriving, and looked at Ralph. And basically he said words to the effect to his wife, Dinah, I don't think we're going to have to worry about him tomorrow.
We were in the locker room, and you know, you could hear fans out there, but in '86 at Game 6, it sounded like they was in the locker room.
We're all in the locker room stretching and working it out, and you just can't wait. It's the moment before the moment of truth, and what you live for in that locker room with the guys coming together with a collective sense of effort and purpose. And then Larry comes into the locker room, he looks at us all, and he rarely said anything collectively to the team.
I can remember looking at Bill Walton.
But he looked at us all and gathered all our attention. He said,
"Hey, I'm telling you,
they want
blood
of the Houston Rockets.
And fans want blood out there.
And if we don't deliver today, they're going to want our blood."
And I see how they don't care whose they get.
If we lose, it's our blood.
If we don't win this game, they want our blood. That's how it is here.
Now let's get going. Who's coming with me?
Man, that place was rocking that day. I mean, it's always rocking.
And in that game, Larry Bird played his self-admitted and acknowledged greatest game that he ever played.
Tommy Heinsohn, after what we had in game number 5, what do you foresee as far as the way the officials will handle this game, particularly at the outset?
It's going to require all of
Bill Walton didn't forget nothing. He remembered it all. Real legend. Salute Bill Walton.
And not let the game get out of control.
Bill Walton out there vouching for Big Bird. I like that right now.
Numbers have become a big thing with basketball writing and just the way we think about basketball these last, I would say, 7-8 years. And I like the numbers, 80% of it. I do feel like sometimes they kind of lose the impact, and I think a really good example is Bird's Game 6 in '86, which he said is the best he could ever play, which you've written is your favorite Bird performance.
For one game, Larry Bird played a different sport in what has been described and immortalized in many different ways as the greatest game he ever played.
Turn around.
He didn't shoot lights out. His PR wasn't the best of any Bird performance, but like the way he played and how he was just everywhere on the court, like a free safety, just freaking maniac for 3.5 quarters.
What a board.
Here's Bird and a basket. And this
That's a
man,
board
when he
right
comes
there.
to play, he gets his nose
That's how you
in
get a
his
board and go
mustache
back up.
underneath there. Good move against the 3 big guys.
He didn't score 60. It wasn't a near
that's good
quadruple
defense.
double, and he hit no buzzer beaters.
And
Can't
the
coach
way
that
he
right now.
played and how he was just everywhere on the court, like a free safety, just freaking maniac for 3.5 quarters. I've never seen anybody have an imprint on that game, scoring less than 30 points.
And just emotions are so high because we had our best team and we had to win that game.
And here was Larry. Larry got every rebound. Larry made every steal. He made every pass. He just literally did everything and made the rest of the world seem inconsequential.
Wiggins finding Bird. He's the kid.
Another
Finds
one.
an opening. Trying to shake his hand. Here's Bird. 3-on-1 ball.
The pass, DJ. That's how you finish something.
Larry Bird read every play. He read every one of the lines of the
That's good work down there.
Rockets before they made a move.
Disrupting passing lanes, finding his teammates, even winning a jump ball against Elijah Wan.
How did he get the jump ball against Elijah Wan?
He'll be jumping against Elijah Wan and giving up a few inches, to say the least.
You know, you ask yourself, he did.
Haynes to Bird.
Pull
Pulled
up.
up the line. 14 for Larry Bird. Larry Bird very close to a triple-double already in this first half. He won't get it, of course, with 10 seconds to go.
14.8 rebounds, 8 assists already.
Double-figure score. He got 5.
They weren't doing this back then.
But he didn't tell everyone else, did he? At the end of 1.5 of Game 6, the game that could give the Celtics the title.
Only person that was really doing it back then was Wilt Chamberlain.
Boston 55, Houston 38.
Even with the 17-point cushion, Bird decided to shake things up. He took off his jersey during the break and put on a fresh one. He admitted it was something he hadn't done before. I changed up my uniform during halftime, and that's something I never do. Bird wrote in his book, Drive, the story of my life. I was playing so well and feeling so great that I just took that uniform off, stuffed it into my bag, and got a new uniform out. That way I would have 2 championship uniforms instead of 1.
And when the fans were into it, or we wasn't into it, they let us know, and it do the same thing as
indeed.
screaming real loud.
What are you doing, my guy?
You know, they don't like it. You know, they paid your money to come in here.
Bird coming over to double Samson. Passing Lloyd. Bird doubling Akeem right now, and Harris blocks the shot. Quickly out to Ames from Bird.
Ooh, what a finish. Look at that D-Ainge.
Larry at his peak couldn't run faster than I can move today.
And, you know, he wasn't a great athlete, but I think he was mentally tough to know with his skill set, what he could do, what he couldn't do, and he used it to the best of his ability.
Yeah, with all these guys playing above the rim and just dominating everything.
Bill Walton gonna let you know he ain't get up there and holler.
Every single rebound. And instead of just putting it right back up, he would go run out to the three-point line and just throw it up there and not even look at it, just run down the court going like this.
Larry Bird. And the Celtics lead by 20.
He didn't score 60. It wasn't a near quadruple
Bill
double.
Walton said he ain't gonna never forget that.
No
He was legendary out there now.
But you only have to watch the game to see that he was, in classic Bird fashion, everywhere, doing everything at all times. At first glance, you notice his box score wasn't all that sensational. 29 points, 11 rebounds, 12 assists on 47% shooting.
And you look at the numbers, and it's like 29, 10, and 12, something like that. I've never seen anybody have an imprint on that game, scoring less than 30 points.
Put up Will Chamberlain numbers.
Dominant that Larry did on that afternoon in June of '86. I would love just that tape to be shown to every high school college coach, or every pro coach now, just everybody, just say, you can't play basketball better. You can't.
One-on-one. McCray go for the fake.
Can't coach that right there. What? Backboard?
Even when things break down for the Celtics, they score anyway.
I had control of the game. I could do anything I wanted to do. It was a meaningful game.
Barry said he can do anything he want to do out there.
We'd win the championship. The series was tough. You lose a lot of sleep during that. You're tired. That's one game I always felt that in a big situation like that, I always performed at a high level.
The Boston Celtics have done it again. Celtics never trailed, and this crowd loved it all the way.
Today was too long of a wait for us, but when we got here today, it was very serious.
Are you surprised at how Ralph Sampson played so soft in this game today?
Well, the fans had a lot to do with that. You know, they travel. I mean, I know people used to go down after work, get something to eat and go to the game. Not once a week. Every time we played, for every game I was there. So you felt indebted to them to at least go out there and try to do something special that night and win a basketball game.
It's easy to say now, but like we weren't going to lose in '86.
But how we won? It's the ball movement. It's you go back and look at that. There were 7 passes. The ball didn't touch the ground. Everybody on the team touched it.
How often is your team that good?
Plays
that
team,
many great players, and everybody's 100% healthy. And we went 50-1 that year.
And you had guys just dropping things, and we would run out teams, and it was just so much fun playing.
This is a rarity in sports. I don't think it's ever happened that a celebration has started before the end of a game. How sweet is that? There's a great move going to personal foul.
Our team had an unbelievable ability late to really win a lot of games.
Kevin and I was so nervous before them games. I couldn't wait till they started. But once I stepped on the court and go shoot layups, everything just calmed down. I mean, I was very fortunate that happened.
That moment was like the pinnacle of your career. I remember telling my wife I was driving home, and I went like, I just don't know how I can get better than this. I don't know how. We won the championship. We played unbelievable.
He was the king. Basketball was his kingdom.
Bird finished with 29 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists, and he was awarded the Sport Magazine MVP award. And rightly so, significantly since Bird himself believed it was the peak of his performance. That was the only game I thought I was totally prepared for. As far as the focus was concerned, none better. Never. I should have quit right there.
Larry Bird, the greatest player I ever played with, by far.
I never saw a man play a better game of basketball, ever. That's the greatest individual performance.
And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please help me out by hitting that like button. Subscribe if you are new for more content just like this video. And I think you will find these 2 videos also very enjoyable. So be sure to check them out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bird family, Big Bird, Stat family, that were legendary. Salute Big Bird, salute Bird family, salute Stat family. Thank y'all Stat family for watching the full video. We're going to be back with another video after this video. Make sure y'all stay prayed up, y'all be safe, and y'all be good. You know?